what we are going to make today is white sandwich bread. It's crusty outside and soft inside. Let's go, we'll make it. Here are the ingredients. I have 5.5 cups of unbleached bread flour, or 715 grams, and I have a half a cup of unbleached all-purpose flour, or 65 grams, and I have 3 3/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, and I have 3 tablespoons of white sugar, granulated, and I have a half a cup of dried milk powder, and I have 2 teaspoons of instant yeast. I like you to use the SEF instant yeast. That way you don't have to proof it. You can also use the active dry yeast, but it takes longer to proof, maybe half hour to an hour. Anyway, we are going to mix our dried ingredients. So here's my all-purpose flour, and salt, and I have the dried milk powder. The reason I like to mix this with my sandwich bread is to help browning the outer crust. And this sandwich bread is a little sweeter, so I like to put 3 tablespoons of granulated white sugar, and then the yeast, do not put the salt and yeast together because it's gonna kill your yeast, so always separate it. Okay. So this dough here, this is our pre-ferment dough. The reason I like to put this with my bread is to add a little taste in it. And also I have 2 cups of cold filtered water. So I put this in the fridge for overnight, or if you want to do it 2 days later, 3 days later, the better your ferment dough is. Okay, and in your electric mixer, pour the water. And then cut your pre-ferment. And use this kind of knife. If you don't have this, you can use regular knife. Then just drop it in your bowl. The reason I cut this in small pieces is just easier to mix it with the dry ingredients. Alright, and we are going to add our dry ingredients. Okay, going to add this in the bowl. So we are going to knead for 5 minutes on lower speed, and then you can change it to second speed for 6 minutes. And then we'll do the window testing. Whoops, I just made a mess there. All right. If you don't have the electric mixer, you can always use your hand to knead it, but it just takes longer. Okay, I will turn this to first speed for 5 minutes. Okay, we did our second speed for 6 minutes, and we're gonna check our dough. We'll do window testing. You will know when your dough is good or not. It's good when it's elastic and smooth. I'm gonna put a little water in my hand because we need to do the window testing. Just take a little of the dough. Okay, you just have to stretch it. It won't break if it's ready, so that thing is not ready yet. See that? When you stretch it, it's like a window. Okay, it's still ripping, so it needs more. So we'll add our butter. So I have 5 tablespoons of butter. I cut it in small pieces. So we'll add that, and then we'll do second speed for 3 to 5 minutes. My dough is not ready yet. So I knead this for a couple minutes in the electric mixer, and I added the butter, and now I have my dough on a floured surface. I'm gonna knead it. I still like the old-fashioned way. It's like I trust my hands better than the machine when it comes to kneading. See, I'm gonna knead this for 5 minutes and then check the dough. Okay. And you will see. Okay. Don't mind this one, but okay. All right. Then we are going to transfer this to oiled bowl and use a flavorless oil, which is vegetable oil, canola oil, and this is a lot of kneading. My machine is hot, very hot. That's why I like to use my hands too, just to give it a break. Okay. I just use paper towel to oil the whole bowl. Okay, we need to let it rise for an hour. I'm gonna need more oil. So your dough won't dry. Okay, flip it over. Okay, we'll cover it with a plastic wrap or kitchen towel. I would use my kitchen towel. And let it rise for 1 hour. Okay, I'll show you my dough. This is 1 hour. See how big it gets? So it really depends on the temperature of your house. So mine is 72 degrees. So I guess if your house is a little warmer, then it rises up quick. So here I have a board. I'm gonna put some flour. And I'm just gonna pre-shaping push the bubbles out. Okay. Just like to push the bubbles out first before I transfer it to the board. Just fold it in half. Push all the bubbles out. And fold into quarters. Just keep patting it. And we're gonna seal it. Okay, just turn it upside down, seal it, and we let this rest for 20 minutes to 30 minutes on the board. Okay, cover it. And while we're waiting for our dough to rest, I'm gonna do 20 minutes. We will butter our loaf pan. I like to use butter. Some people like to use the spray. You really butter or oil it really good so your bread won't stick. even on the top. Okay, the other one. Okay, our dough has been relaxed for 20 minutes. We need to cut this into two. So I have my food scale here, and I'm gonna divide this 900 grams each. Or you can just eye it. See, 97 there. So okay, perfect. Okay, we need to pre-shapen this and put this in our loaf pan. We're gonna cut it again. You want the air bubbles out. To shapen it like a rectangle. Excuse me. When you divide it into two, it doesn't have to be equal. One is smaller than the other one. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, nobody is perfect. Okay, and fold it like an envelope. That. And then seal it. In the seal needs to be on the bottom. Okay. Just push it down. Then we need to let it rise for an hour. This bread is such a long process, but you know what? It's worth it. This is the best recipe I've ever got. You will see when you will see the output when it's done baking. Okay, that one's done. Do this one too. Pat it first, get the bubbles out. Then shaping it like a rectangle. Okay, and fold it like an envelope, and then seal it. See bubbles on the dough, just try to poke it. Okay, and put this on the loaf pan. Just push it to fill the space. Okay, this guy's good. We'll let it rest for an hour, and we'll cover it. Okay, I'll see you in an hour. We have half hour left, so we need to turn the oven on to 350 degrees. Okay, I think our dough is ready. You see how nice and dome the dough is. Okay, and our oven is also ready. So if you like little crispy on the crust, what I do is I have a pan on the bottom, so I put 3 to 5 ice cubes. So I need to put my dough first. So we bake this for 35 to 40 minutes. And I will take the pan out. Let's see. Here's my pan. Then put the ice on there. Okay, we'll go check our bread. Ooh, look at that. We need to check the bottom of this. it's brown. See how beautiful that is. See? Oh, it's so beautiful. My goodness. See? Yeah, that's done. It's perfect. So, if you'd like to have crunchy crust, you need to put that 3 to 5 ice cubes in the pan, and also if you want it crunchier, you need to put butter on top. You need to put butter on your bread. I'm gonna put butter just on this one. If you want soft crust, leave it. You don't need butter. But my family likes crunchy. I'm gonna go ahead, put both on the crust. So I'm gonna let this cool down for 10 minutes, and then we'll cut a piece because my little one wants to try it. Right, that's beautiful. Alrighty. See how pretty that is? Alright, 10 minutes went by. 10 minutes, yes! There's my little one. He wanted a big cut. Use the serrated knife. Serrated knife is good cut for bread. Alright. Can you hear that crustiness? My family loves Mommy's homemade, homemade white sandwich bread. So one for you and one for brother?
Yeah, one Mama, one Daddy.
Okay.
Go with
me. Daddy's sleeping. Oh, this is still warm, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Oh, we need a plate, huh? Stay still. It's hard for me to grip. It's still warm. All right. Jeez. Right, do you want to see? Look at it. See how nice and soft. That nice and light.